Okay. So here we are. Chapter 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, Perpetual Inventory Purchases. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Journalize. So here's a list of things that we have transactions here. So first things first, what happened on April 5th?
We purchased 1,000 units at $5. Freight cost at 100. On account with terms being 5%, 10 net 30.
Okay, so
Now,
April,
I have a question. Are we doing net method or gross method?
everything from here on out, we're only going to do gross method.
Gross method.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm only teaching you net method if you're really good at with your money, okay? But in this case, we're pretending as if we're a small, brand new company. Okay. So first things first, everything's gonna be gross.
Okay, so I would debit inventory for 5,100, and accounts payable would be credited for 5,100.
Okay, so inventory, right? Because I wasn't um,
Specific.
specific about the items I purchased, so good. Okay, and we're gonna put it on accounts payable. All right, and you said for 5,100, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we're including everything into inventory, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and make a note here saying that I purchased 1,000 units at $5 each. Okay. And I'm also going to put my terms 5%, 10. Is it 10 or let me see? 5%, 10 net 30. Okay. Right. So then what has happened next?
Full refund.
Yes, we returned 200 items. So how are we going to journalize this?
Accounts payable 1,000 and inventory 1,000.
Okay, so we did 200, right? Times $5 is 1,000. So here we're going to refund $1,000 because we returned 200 items at $5 each. And correct. We placed it into inventory, so it's going to come directly out of inventory. Right? And here, return 200 units at $5 each. Full refund. Okay? So then, what has happened next on April 10?
For 750 units at 575 each with a freight cost of 75.
Mm-hmm. So how am I going to journalize this?
So it would be inventory,
Uh-huh.
um, inventory for 43.12 and 50 cents debit.
Okay, 43.12.50 is just the purchase. What about the freight?
$412.50.
Is that including the freight?
Was it 100 or did I get that wrong?
750
Oh, my fault.
at $5.75.
43.87 and 50 cents.
Yes, we're going to include everything, right? Including the freight. It's all going to go directly into inventory. So it's 38750. Okay. And how did we pay?
Accounts payable.
Okay. And we're also going to write here okay. We're also going to write the terms 5%, 10, net 30. Okay. Good. So then, what has happened next?
You return 50 broken units for a full refund.
Okay. So, how am I going to journalize this?
Your accounts payable.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 50 units
Mm-hmm.
times the 575
Mm-hmm.
is 287.50.
Good. And where am I taking it directly out from? Inventory, right? We return, or in this case, we essentially returned our inventory, so we're going to take it out of inventory. Okay? So again, return 50 units at 575 each for full refund. Okay?
Can you give me a second to catch up real quick?
Yeah.
Underneath the inventory for 412, we just put that we returned the 50 units, right?
Yeah. You could write return 50 broken units, whatever description you want to use that will make it easier for you to remember what happened. You can be as descriptive as you like. There's no right or wrong answer for the description. I'm just temporarily writing it down so I know what happened here. Okay. All right. So then, what happened on April 20th?
We bought 200. So it'll be inventory for 1,400. Accounts payable for credit. Accounts payable credit 1,400.
Okay. Let's do the calculation again. 1,400.
Oh, I put 200 instead of 20. My fault.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
1220.
1220.
Inventory 1220. Yeah.
Perfect. Good.
Yeah.
So we took the
And
200 times $6 gives you 1,200 plus the freight, right? Everything's included. So that means we're going to recognize inventory for the full 1220. All right, so it's 420. We're going to recognize inventory. How did we pay?
accounts payable.
Okay, for 1220. Okay. I'm going to make a real quick note here that I purchased 200 units at $6 each. Oh, and then I have to recognize the terms as well. 5%, 10, net 30. So then what has happened next on the 22nd of April?
Were the wrong color, willing to accept a 20% discount.
There you go. So that means we opened the box and we found out that 25 of the units are the wrong color. But the vendor, for some reason, they convinced us and we are willing to accept 20% discount. So, how am I going to journalize it and how am I going to calculate this?
It would go back into
Would be accounts payable 30.
payable.
Accounts payable, good, because, right, we're reducing what we owe. And what's my credit account? Inventory, right? We're taking a discount. Where did discounts be taken out from? Straight from our inventory. Okay. So in this case, how did we calculate this? How much did it cost me?
You want to take the 25 units times $6,
Uh-huh.
and then you want to times that by 20%, and that will give you your amount of discount.
Okay, so how much is my discount here?
I don't have my calculator back out.
Okay, so 25 times 6.
30.
30. Good. I believe 25 times 6 gives you 150. 20%. 25 times 6 should give you 150. Times 20% is 30. Okay.
I think I got lost. Wait a minute. What did we?
25 times 6 is 150. Right? 25 because that's how many items that were the wrong color at $6. Times it by the 20% because we're only getting 20% off from that original amount. So 25 times 6 equals 150. 150 times 20% should give you 30. Okay. Did you get that, Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna write here return 25 units at $6 each for 20% discount. Okay. Okay. So then what has happened on April 25th?
500 units at 625.
Uh-huh.
Freight cost 50.
Okay. So 500 at 625, freight cost 50. So 425. Okay.
For inventory. And then accounts payable for credit 3175. And then the description
Hold on. What was the freight on this one again?
was 50.
50. Oh, yeah. Wait. Um, it's 1125
So the 500 times the 625 is 3125
plus 50. Okay.
plus 50.
Perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and note this right here. Purchased. Purchase 500 units at 625 each. Then we got to recognize the discount, 5%, 10, net 30. Okay. I think that is it for that one. All right. All right, let's go ahead and last but not least, what happened on April 30th?
We need a payment for all 4 purchases, right? 4 separate checks.
Okay, so this one we can break it down easily, okay? So let's recognize the first purchase, right? First purchase that we made was on April 5th, okay? Did we make any changes to this purchase?
Yes, you returned 200 units.
Okay, so here we have an accounts payable for 5,100 minus 1,000 gives you 4,100. Now, did we meet the discount period or no?
No.
No, we missed it, right? Our discount period was on the 15th. In this case, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the 15th. I missed it. So I don't get any discount. So I must pay a total of 4,100 because I originally had 5,100, but I returned 200 items at $1,000. So therefore, 51 minus 1,000 gives you 41,000. So what is my journal going to look like?
Would you debit checking for the 4,100 and credit your inventory for 4,100?
Why would you credit your inventory?
Well, because everything goes in and everything comes out of inventory.
Right, but we're making a payment
Oh, okay,
to
yeah.
what we owe. Right, we're paying.
So then, let's see though, you wouldn't credit accounts payable.
No, you wouldn't. What would you do instead?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so would you debit the accounts payable?
Correct.
Credit your checking. Okay.
Good, because we're paying off what we owe. We owe the vendor 4,100. Now today's the day I pay them, right? Because if not, I would have had to pay them at the end of the month anyway. I bought it on April 5th. It said that the whole thing's due in 30 days, so I have to pay for it anyway by May 5th. In this case, I'm taking advantage of now and just to paying it off today or on the 30th. So in this case, yes, I'm going to pay off what I owe. And how do I pay off what I owe? I'm going to write a check to them because that's what it says. I wrote them a check for the total amount for 4,100, right? Because this batch, I didn't purchase all 1,000 items. I did purchase them, but I end up returning 200 items. So in this case, I'm only buying a total of 800 items. So in this case, I'm going to write here for, or check number 1 for purchases made on April 5th. Okay? Boom. All right, there's the first check. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our second purchases. So we purchased on the 10th of April. Did we make any changes to my inventory?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's take a look. So 10th of April, right? I originally made a purchase of 43.87.50, right? I ended up returning 50 of those mugs because they were broken. So I got a refund of $287.50. So how much should I actually owe this vendor?
4,100.
4,100. Okay, now let's take a look. Did we make the discount period?
Let's see.
Hold on.
10 days.
No. No, because here, if I paid within April 20th, I would have received a 5% discount. But when am I paying? I'm paying on the 30th. I'm overdue by 10 days. So in this case, I do not get a discount. So I am going to be recognizing that I'm going to make another check for the second purchases for the total of the 4,100. So again, 430, right? How do I pay off what I owe?
Accounts payable.
Accounts payable. Okay. And once again, I'm writing a check. So that means it's going to come right out from my checking account. So once again, I had 43.87.50 originally. I returned 50 items to get me back to 87.50. So therefore, I owe 4,100. Okay. And this is going to be check number 2 for purchases made on 4/10. Right? Okay. Okay, what happened to when do we make our third purchase?
On the 20th.
On the 20th. Okay. So let's take a look. April 20th, I purchased 20 units. Okay? Did I make any changes to this purchase?
Yes. There was 30 of we got $30 back because of the wrong
Mm-hmm. Okay.
color.
Good.
So we'll end up writing a check for, let me see.
Okay, so let's take a look at my journal. So April 20th. April 20th, here you go. I purchased it, the 200 items for original price of $12.20. Okay? If I returned or I got a discount, right? 20% off of 25 mugs, I returned $30. So how much do I owe?
$1,070 because we're entitled to that 5% discount.
Okay, good.
I think I put 10%. Hold up, I gotta do my math again.
Okay. Good. He recognized that there's a discount, right? Because what was the terms? I needed to pay within 10 days. And if I purchase on the 20th, when is my discount due date? right? It should be at the end of the month, April 30th, and that's the day that we're paying. So here we need to look at how much everything's going to cost me. Now, 1220. What does 1220 include?
Freight,
Freight. So what was my original purchase price?
200 units is $6.
So what's my total there?
That'd be 1200.
1200, right? But we end up returning 20%. So what's 1200 minus 30?
1170.
1170 plus 20 because we have to put back the freight.
1240.
We're not subtracting, we're adding.
1250, right?
Okay, so let's take a look.
Wait a minute, you got me confused.
1190.
Okay, so yes. So let's take a look. My original purchase price, right, I'm going to put it in my PR for real quick, okay? That was my original, okay? If I returned 30 items, that means or $30 worth, I should be at 1170. How much was my freight?
20.
It was $20. So therefore, if I have to add it back to my original purchase price because I can't return or discount my freight, how much do I owe in grand total now?
1190.
$11.90. Okay, so there you go. I don't know if that was a good, that was a good visual for you guys. Okay, so 1200 minus the 30 gives you a total of 1170 plus the $20 freight because you can't discount it gives you 1190. Okay, but we got to also receive a 5% discount. So in this case, if I originally started with
It's for 1190.
not 1190,
The 1220.
not the 1170 because remember we got 1200, right? We returned 30. So how much did we actually purchase? 1170. So in this case, I can only discount what I actually purchased. So what's my 5% discount now?
5850.
Minus 5850?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's my total purchases?
1111 and 50 cents.
11.50 plus my $20.
Right, for shipping.
1131 and 50 cents.
Good. 11.31 50 cents. Okay, so good. Now that's how much I'm going to pay, right? So how am I going to journalize this time?
Accounts payable.
We got to do accounts payable, good.
And then checking.
And then checking. And then what else?
We're going to debit the 1131.50 for accounts payable and credit the 1131.50 for the checking.
Wrong.
Will we put in our discount?
We need to put in our discount. Where does the discount go?
Inventory.
We're taking it directly out of inventory. Okay, so what we are paying is going to be the 1131.50. How much was my discount for? 58.50. So therefore, what was the total amount that I owe?
1111 and 50 cents.
No, go again. What was the original amount that I owe?
Oh, the 1200.
Okay.
1220.
1220, right? But we returned 30.
1190.
1190. So that's why I had you guys calculate the 1190 to know how much we owe. And then I said, well, how much was the discount for? We calculated the discount. So here, this is what I owe, right? That's what my accounts payable is reflecting, right? If I started with 1220, right? Oh, wrong one. I think it was this one. If we started with 1220, right? But we refunded $30. So how much do I actually owe on paper? I owe $11.90. But because I get to receive a discount on top of that, I don't take my discount away from what I owe. I take it away from my actual checking, right? So in this case, I need to also decrease my inventory because that's how much I need to take out from my inventory because I didn't pay that extra $58.50. I only paid $1131.50. Okay? When in reality I owe $11.90. Okay? So this is how you do this this calculation here. And then I'm going to go ahead and indicate this, that I have check number 3, okay, for purchases made on April 20 plus 5% discount because I paid within the discount period. Okay, so here I recognize how much I owe for the purchases made on April 20th, and I also recognized my 5% discount right there for the $58.50. Okay, so I end up paying 5% less than what I originally purchased or owed. Okay. Last but not least, we have the last transaction here. We made a payment for the last batch, which was our purchases on April 25th. So what happened here?
Purchase 500 units at 625.
Okay, let's go ahead and view that transaction right here. So here we go, April 25th. How much do I owe? Okay, now, did I make the discount period or did I miss it?
Made it.
You made it. So how much was freight on this?
Was it 50?
$50. Okay, so then what can I discount?
Only the price of the items.
Correct. So what was my original price for the items? $31.25.
75.
$31.25. Good. What is 5% of $31.25?
156.25.
156.25. You said.
Yeah, so 29.59 and 75 cents.
Where did you get $29 from?
5% of the 31.25.
5% of the 31.25 is how much?
5.
156.25. Okay, where did that 29 come from? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So what's the checking amount? 29.
68 and 75 cents.
Okay, there. Okay, good. All right. So therefore, let me see. What was my total amount that I owed? $31.75, okay? My 5% discount, which I'm taking it off from my inventory, was for $156.25. So therefore, my checking amount is going to be my $31.75 minus my discount, $29.68.75. Okay. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and write here check number 4 for purchases made on 4/25 plus 5% discount. Okay. Excellent. Any questions? Okay. Okay. So like I said, this is, again, easy peasy. As long as we know everything goes into inventory, anything, any returns, any allowances, any discounts, they're all directly going to come right out of inventory. Okay? Good. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go over chapter 7.45 and 6. And then what I'm going to have you guys do